In this video, I'm going to discuss the $250 million relief that Airbnb is giving hosts due to the cancellations that they received during this time of everything going on with the pandemic. So if you're interested, make sure to stick around. What's going on, everyone? I hope you're all doing well. If you're new here, my name is Serge. Welcome to the channel. To all my reoccurring viewers, thank you so much for all the love and support that each and every single one of you guys have shown me and shown the channel. And if you have not yet, feel free to go check out the God Made podcast. The link is down below, along with everything else that I have going on with the residential assisted living side of things. So if you want to go check that out, feel free to go do that down below. And without further ado, let's go ahead and actually jump into the topic of this video. I'll tell you guys exactly how much I received from Airbnb with this $250 million relief, and if it was really the exact amount that I should have received due to the amount of cancellations. So anyways, let's go ahead and go through this. As you can see, they went ahead and said that for a reservation to be eligible under our extenuating circumstances policy, it must have been for accommodations and booked on or before March 14th with a check-in between March 14th and May 31st, 2020. If a reservation is covered. So guests will be able to cancel for a full refund due to this virus. And then also Airbnb will pay 25% of what you would have received for a guest cancellation based on your cancellation policy. For example, if you would have normally received $400 through your cancellation policy, we'll pay you 25% of that, or $100 US. Now, that part right there is interesting because I actually had a non-refundable cancellation policy, so it should technically be 25% of the total amount of that reservation, I believe. If I'm misunderstanding that, comment down below if I'm not getting that right, but I would think that's what would actually qualify and be eligible under this. And the third part right here says payments from the fund will be made to hosts with qualifying cancellations at least once a month for all eligible guest cancellations through May 31st. So I'm guessing that the first amount was sent to me with the first guest that canceled, and I think they're going to go month to month according to this. Hosts will also receive an email detailing the eligible reservations and support amount for each payment, which they have done. They have done that for the first 3 guests. I did have a lot of guests cancel, so I calculated the exact amount, and I only got like about a quarter of what I'm supposed to get. So hopefully Airbnb holds to its word and goes ahead and pays out the amount that they technically are stating here. This policy will also apply retroactively, including any cancellations you may have had since March 14th. For reservations booked on or before March 14th with a check-in after May 31st, we recognize there may still be uncertainty in the coming weeks. We'll be asking hosts and guests to revisit these reservations and choose to either cancel or recommit to the reservations. Finally, for any reservations booked after March 14th, your cancellation policy will be in effect as usual. So, I mean, everybody is stating from all the videos I've watched regarding Airbnb and all that's going on, everybody right now has flexible cancellation from what I'm noticing with all the different listings in my area and what other hosts are doing. So if you're doing that, apparently it's helping with the SEO on Airbnb and getting you ranked higher, which is interesting. But I will go ahead and tell you guys exactly how much they paid me. They paid me $293.24, and it was only for 3 bookings that I had, and it was 2 of the bookings I had here in the modern house, or in my main part of the home, and then 1 cancellation was for the guest suite. And the first cancellation I see here, the booking was between March 18th and March 22nd. The second booking here I see is from March 28th through March 31st. And then the third booking was from April 3rd to April 6th. And so apparently Those were the only reservations I had at the time during the period that they're saying from March 14th to May 31st. There should be more, I believe, and maybe I'm wrong, but I'm going to look through my reservations again to see exactly what I should be getting, just to make sure. And if anything, I'll probably have to reach out to Airbnb, which from what I'm understanding, a lot of people are having trouble with that. But regardless, I can't complain. I mean, I'm still getting bookings. I've been able to actually get my guest suite booked for 3 months. So during the slow season, at least here through Phoenix, and I'm currently working on getting somebody booked for the main house from July until September. God willing, they're looking to book. And so I'm coordinating all of that, and hopefully I can have both parts of the house booked completely through the summer and during this crisis that's going on. That way, at least I cover not only my mortgage, but also all my bills, utilities, and profit maybe $300 to $400 a month off of both of, like, just in total. And I think you just kind of have to roll with the punches as of right now. And for all the hosts out there, I really hope that you guys are hanging in there. And there are a couple proposals right now that the Senate and the House they're working on with the mortgage and rent free. So if it's your primary residency, hopefully you can get some rent taken off, and then also if you have your primary residency, the mortgage on it, maybe hopefully you can get that taken off as well. I mean, I know there's still a lot of things that they need to figure out regardless of what happens. So again, I'm grateful that Airbnb is actually coming through and paying out like they said they would, to give us some relief, some hosts some relief, and some money in our pocket. I know that they probably weren't expecting all of this either. They sided with the guests first, and then all the hosts came out and said how unfair it was the way they didn't respect the cancellation policies that they had in place, and they overruled it and just gave guests 100% refund just to keep the guests coming back onto the platform. And unfortunately, a lot of hosts weren't happy, so now a lot of hosts are actually leaving Airbnb's platform, and that's causing the supply to be less. And there's not really much of a demand. Not a lot of people are traveling. It's probably going to be about a year before people even try to travel again, like they were before all of this happened. So we'll see what happens. I mean, just try to do your best. Try to get long-term bookings for right now. That's what I've been working on, and it's working out good for me. And fortunately, I have about 6 months of reserves in the account. So if I can get these other bookings, at least I'll have a good amount of cushion there to weather me through the storm. And I hope that you guys are doing well and you guys are hanging in there. And again, thank you so much. If you have not yet, subscribe, hit that like button, and also go watch all these other videos up here. And until next time, God bless.